What's up, guys? Going to the Decklist tree today. Now, this one is an Acknowledged Nail deck that I've been really enjoying just like trying to think about and build and theory craft with. Originally, I was building Enlightened Nail, played a few games with it, didn't like it. Definitely a bit of a different card swap, but I wanted to try to find a spot in Namekian for Nail, and I think Knowledge is probably still the best. He doesn't really support the other masteries. He doesn't really have any direct synergy at all with any of the other masteries. I think Radiant is a decent spot for him if you're going to go Earthball Ball out. You just sit on his level 1, of course, and you just sit there and you throw all the hit Dragon Ball Search cards on top of the regular Dragon Ball Search cards. You work kind of like a Radiant Slug would, except you don't have like Namekian Hunt, um, and you're relying on all these attacks more so than just like healing and sitting back. So, but they're different deck. But I really want to make a deck using his 3 and 4. I really like his 3 for some reason. It's just pretty much Blue Reprimand on a level 3, but it's got this really goofy stage mod that just always tricks you into playing stage beats for some reason. You don't necessarily have to. You could definitely run energies with him, but he doesn't have any stage gain. He doesn't have any board like tech other than his named card, which is a critical damage effect, which is not terrible, but there's no direct synergy really with that in Namekian. A lot of the styles really don't have direct synergy with dashing attack. I mean, yeah, dashing attacking. Oh wow, I thought it was dashing attack. That's wild that I'm reading that again. But Orange had some cool stuff with Orange Uppercut to his name card way back when. But I really think Nail just wants to play Dragon Balls, specifically with his level 4. If you're gonna go up and play, I really think only like Red and Namekian are really the only styles that you can really try to use this 3 and 4 for like good effect. So I made this deck with the idea of just auto leveling a bunch with like Leaping Kick, Unleashed, a couple copies of like things like Right Throw, Namekian Duck, which are big anger cards in Knowledge, as well as running a lot of the targeted Rejuve cards like Destruction and Headlock, which specifically work with well anybody who's not Gohan and Cell. Both these cards are pretty strong. It's generally like I found that like you really do kind of want to like just drop the balls, lay them out, and then you just kind of use nail to kind of bounce the utility ones that you want to save. You try to get your ball 1 out, and if you do happen to use like leaping kick to banish one of your balls, you have multiple copies of aggressive drill with 2 different ways to really search the drill out. One of which being reinforced charge, and the other one being crossguard. Both will activate the parenthetical effect to put your Dragon Balls back in your deck. So you can recover Dragon Ball Victory. Now this deck, I suppose you could MPPV. You'd have to like not play like 5, 6 cards, like 5 cards in the deck, like from ever like using for effect. But really, this is like a survival, trying to be a survival Dragon Ball Victory deck. There's definitely some card choices that are my own. I've kind of been goofing with it as I've been thinking about recording the video. And I've put 1 game on the deck with a bit of a different list. I've probably made like at least like 6 card slot swaps since that match, or seven, maybe 7 or 8. I really like the core block loadout, just to run into them. Duck is just a 2 anger card, which is always good. It puts itself back in the deck, which is phenomenal against stage beats. Crossguard has just got great utility for grabbing the Namekian drills, which are in themselves all excellent, though at least the ones that I run. Flinch just is stupid. It's so good with level. It's really easy to get to level 3 and 4, but you get on 3, and then you can immediately whatever ball that you want to like use. Not only does this shuffle a Dragon Ball in play into the staff deck, so if they take your ball, you get it back. But then you get to put any ball that you want in play, so you can recover, put a ball 1 or 6 out, or if you're like I said, if you're on 3 or 4, you put a ball that you want to bounce to your hand to use at the end of the turn with nail level 3, or you want to use the immediate effects of the ball with nail level 4. So really, really strong. Not to mention it just kicks out a Dragon Ball in general, which is always good if you're on those upper levels and trying to push ball back. Hybrid defense is hybrid. Time is time. Heritage is honestly, this card just like, I want it to be so much better than it is, but like at best you throw it out and maybe you deter your opponent from playing, a second attack or whatever after you've blocked the initial one. But I've never. It always feels like when I run this card, my opponents just like have the handful of freestyle attacks, and personality attacks. So like a lot of times Heritage just sits in my hand and does nothing. When I've played it in Nail, and I played like the one game, and I had that exact thing happen to me a couple combats where I like Heritage was useless. I just said screw it. Maybe you really like this card. Maybe you have better luck than me about that. But I left it at a 1. There's a fair chance it's going to get cut entirely. I don't run any energy attacks, so that's like one of the reasons why it's still in here, being a double block and being that I only have, I guess, 8 cards that stop energies, but I do some stage damage, I do rejuve, so hey. But not really missing it right now. 3 Confro, 3 Unleash, 3 Read Force Charge. I opted for Confro because I want to try to be able to hit the level 4 more than anything. I also went Unleashed because just auto level. I just really want to get up to these higher levels here. And he's got no anger support, no anger synergy on 1 or 2. At best, 1 lands you like a targeted strike, or some draw effect, or I guess a ball tutor, but meh. So I just really wanted to get up. Reinforced Charge is probably like my favorite card in the deck, honestly, next to like Nail level 3. This card can grab me any one of my 3 drills, any one of my 2 allies. It makes it so my opponent's probably not going to really want to cap my balls for the combat because they're not going to get anything out of it. It's just a really cool card. It's got a couple cards that combo in really hard with it, one of which being Hospitality Drill. Immediately you can pop the Rejuve effect, so you can rejuvenate 3 off an action, 2 anger. Not to mention, now that you have Hospitality Drill in play, you can do a hand filter. You get Aggressive Drill, it's 2 anger. You get Empowering Drill, it's 2 anger if you shuffle any attack that you want in. Aggressive Drill, of course, being Board Hate 2 and Anti-Anger. If you put this in combat, you get to shuffle Dragon Balls in. So good. If you like leaping kick your balls, this Reinforced Charge and the Crossguard are the 2 ways that you get them back with Aggressive Drill. You tutor it in combat. We have 3 Ball Searchers. I could maybe not run Disturbance, but I level up so fast, like I think it's just a good idea to have all the Ball Searchers personally. I could be wrong with more testing, but I think Ball Victor is probably what this is more primed for than Survival. You definitely could survive, but just a consideration. Dende and Guru. Now, Guru is super silly. Like I said, the aforementioned Reinforced Charge gives you an anger because you rejuvenate 1. You put Guru in play. When he enters play, you get to draw a card. Then as a power, you can rejuvenate 1. So there's a second anger, plus you've drawn a card. And then you can banish him to give yourself an auto level. So you've gained a level, 2 anger, and a card, all off of 1 Reinforced Charge. I mean, it's just... Oh, is it so good. I love it. It's like seriously my favorite card in the deck so far, but Guru plus the 2 anger is pretty big. And it only costs you 1 card in hand. So not to mention you got all the replenishment stages. So anyway, really nice comboing. But Guru, of course, is just really silly, silly good with Nail and Dende. So. And then Dende ally, of course. What's really cool about him is if he dies, he just gets shuffled back in your deck, which will give me an anger. And he busts my AT. So if I have him out, I can just redirect stage damage to Dende, and then keep my AT high, and I'm going to at least be an E, so good luck, having any AT on me, which is really cool. The attack line is where I definitely could see some play in. I guess I should probably do the drills real quick too, though, but I run 1 Empowering, 1 Hospitality, and 2 Aggressive. 2 Aggressive because I run Leaping Kick, and the Anti-Anger is really powerful. Not to mention the board clear is really powerful on this drill, but 1 Empowering, really good card. The best effect on it's the when entering combat, but the shuffle effect is just another targeted, not a targeted rejuve per se, but a targeted heal card. So that's really good. You'll see that I have multiple cards in the deck that are targeted, which allows me to just cycle what I need when I want it. And then Hospitality is more here if I need to filter my hand. It's really the option if my hand sucks more than anything. It was not initially. It was initially on my bench, and then I ended up throwing it in after I played 1 game of this deck. So we'll see how it tests out. I think it's got a lot of potential. We got 2 Maxwell, 2 Onslaught. I would love to go 3 Maxwell. I just need to figure out where that third slot's coming from. I kind of need more anti-anger in general. I'm just kind of mostly banking on just like going to level 3, dropping a ball 2, bounce the ball 2 to my hand, drop it again until I can like slime to 4, maybe juice them with with a level 4 for the ball 2 or something, and then just kind of like try to like keep them down with, in the meantime, keep them down with aggressive drills. The 2 Maxwells, and then the headlocks. Really, probably not enough, though. Anger's pretty degenerate in this game. Um, but if I get any one of my 3 ball searchers, that's a ball 2. Very likely going to be a ball 2 on them, on top of 3 looping, 4 loop. So, that's what I'm banking on. But I'd really like to get 3 Maxwell. Onslaught's really good. Would love to go back up to 3, but right now it's just at a 2 because it's not a BAU attack. Dashing attack at 3 because I want to play the balls, and crit effects are just good. Kill ally. I don't have tug in this deck, so I run dashing attack. This is one of the good reasons why, but also just ball control. Right throw is really good. Just being able to go against a physical deck, take like a hit or 2, then play a duck into right throw and auto level. So nothing more than that. But I don't really care about this card once I hit like level 3. Level 3, I can kind of honestly just like sit there and chill some of the times. I really only want to go to 4. It's not like 4 is bad, it's just like, depending on the matchup, I might want to sit on 3 to like bounce ball 2, 4, 7. But I think 4 is ultimately still the honey hole. So that's why I think it's a good 2. Leaping kick at 2, and back smash at 2. Back smash is, I'm running it only at 2 because I have Destruction and Headlock, which can put it back in my deck, and High Red. Oh, and Empowering Drill. So I have like 10 cards that can selectively put it back in my deck. Its only real purpose is to be Unleashed fodder. So 2 is plenty, I think. Yeah, not much more than that, I suppose. 2 Backhand, I had it at 3. Might go back up to 3. I really only want this card on 3, maybe 2 if they've like played a stopper or something. But this card is really, really dummy on 3. It's 18 damage on 3 unpreventable. And nail level 2, it's a potentially like Mills 6. So that's pretty cool too. So I think a 2 of. It could just be a trap. I had it at 3 my first game, and I had a ton of fun with it. I pulled it off on a Namekian Gohan, which was pretty hilarious. So 3 headlock and 3 destruction. These cards are at 3s. The targeted, I really wish headlock wasn't banished after use, but oh well, RIP. But both are targeted. Rejuve, which is super, super powerful, lets me loop, help loop Maxwell, Onslaught, put this back in. I've already kind of explained why it's good, but destruction also is board kill if I start stacking my Dragon Balls up, which is really, really nice. And then headlock is anti-anger. So I don't have much anti-anger. I have a little bit of board hate. The main idea is you're just going to be bouncing ball 4 for board hate, as well as you can use destruction if, you get it stacked. Aggressive drill is just nasty as all heck, though. Like, it's mostly drills that I would worry about, but God, aggressive drill is just so, so good. So, so good. It's so easy to get it out. There's just a lot of, like, I think number tuning at this point. Might try to float a couple different attacks in. Mostly something with anti-anger. I think the Namekian Counterblast was a card I considered, but there's a fair chance I'm going to be higher level than my opponent, so I will not get the immediate lower anger too. It's more just like I'd be getting it for the hit and the parenthetical. So that's a consider. I guess I don't consider real consideration, but I thought about Wallbreaker, but I want to try to have some damage. I've played one game, I won by Bolvec, and aggressive drill is just super clutch if I use the leaping kick. I had 3 leaping kick, cut it down to 2, and I threw hospitality drill in its spot because in case I get the auto levelers when I'm on like 3 and 4, I'm not really going to want them because they're just not very good at that point. But yeah, I think really fun list so far. The combo, literally just the combo of reinforced charge into like Guru or aggressive drill alone is just so worth playing the deck in itself. Nail 3 is just super fun, and so is Nail 4. So have yet to actually land this level for a hit, but hey, what can you do? So yeah, cool list. I think I think I'm going to be playing it a bit because I really like Nail's. I really do like Nail. Really do like him as a character. I really like his 3 and 4, 1 and 2. Eh, not really my thing, But the 3 and 4 was where it's at. So I hope you guys enjoy. This is going to be one of my last few deck lists I'll probably put out before the set releases at the end of the month. Yeah, hopefully there's some support for Namekian underdogs specifically. Hell, I wouldn't be against Knowledge Piccolo even getting a little buff, but yeah, hope you guys are still out there having fun, and I hope you like this deck. So take it easy. Peace.